We start with some education stories, and the Ghana Education Service GES is insisting that the reporting date for first-year senior high school students remains today, Monday, December 4, 2023. Now, a statement signed by the head of public relations at the GES, Cassandra Chum Ampofo, reminded parents and the public to take note of this date. The GES noted it expects management of schools to begin registration and orientation of students from the 4th of December 2023. The statement added that, quote, per the academic calendar, there would be a Christmas break on the 21st of December 2023 and school resumes on the 3rd of January to continue academic work till March 5th, 2024. All this comes despite opposition from the teacher unions, with the Education Minister summoned to brief Parliament on the matter. We'll stay on the issue of the reporting date, and some parents who spoke to TV3 are appealing to the GES to reschedule the reporting dates to early January 2024. Frederick Kuzote Ani has the rest of the story.
On November 9, 2023, the West African Examination Council released the result for the 2023 Basic Education School Certificate Examination candidate. The Ghana Education Service announced on Tuesday, November 28, the placement of students by the computerized school selection and placement system into second cycle institutions. The Ghana Education Service further directed SHS1 students to report on Monday, December 4, 2023. This direction was received with varied reaction by stakeholders, including Parliament, which called on the Minister of Education to reschedule the commencement date for first-year students. The Speaker of Parliament, Alban Bagbin, on Thursday, November 30, directed the Minister of Education to reappear before the House on Monday, December 4. Despite the call by Parliament, the Ghana Education Service, in its latest press release on December 2, insisted that the reporting date for Form 1 students remains December 4. The GES further directed management of second cycle institutions to begin registration and enrollment of students on Monday. Parents and guardians have been preparing their wards to report to their various senior high, technical and vocational schools. A visit to the Makwala market in Accra on Sunday, December 3, saw parents and their wards rushing to get items ahead of the reporting date. Speaking off camera to TV3 News, some parents complained about the short time spent getting their children ready for school. A parent who spoke to the news team called on the Education Minister to postpone the reopening date to early January 2024.
It's not good for us at all. They have disturbed us. The results came on Tuesday and the placement on Thursday. Nobody has put money in our pockets. Since Friday that I started shopping, I've spent over 4,000 and I'm still not done. I'm supposed to go to church today, but I'm here to shop for my child. They should wait after Christmas so the students can report to school.
But with the Ghana Education Service standing by its earlier directive for students to report on Monday, December 4, we wait to see the outcome of Parliament invitation to the Education Minister.
We'll bring you more details on this development story, but let's head to the office of the Special Prosecutor now, and it has declared 6 persons wanted for vote buying in the just-ended New Patriotic Party Orphan constituency's election. Now, according to the USP, these persons and others were engaged in corrupt practices. The USP's action followed social media viral videos and publications by some mainstream media houses of persons openly engaged in exchange of money to influence their vote during the primaries. These persons are wanted by the USP for corruption and corruption-related offences in respect of public elections, especially vote buying, a post cited on the USP's social media handles have shown. However, the USP did not provide the names of the individuals shown in the posts. We'll stay with the OSP now, and the Judicial Service Staff Association of Ghana, JUSAG, is urging the Office of the Special Prosecutor to utilize the court processes rather than criticize the judgments given by the court on its cases. A response from JUSAG follows the Special Prosecutor, Kyerematen's questioning recent decision on cases filed by the office.
I believe that it is not a matter of us going beyond our mandate, but rather a case of hasty dismissiveness and lack of regard. Because if you take the 4 cases I tabled out over a period of time, it all spans from July 2022, there's a troubling trend. Okay, I wasn't sounding as a prophet of doom, but there is doom looming ahead of us. That very soon, a murderer will boldly walk to court to seek an injunction.
That was Special Prosecutor Kyerematen when his office had an engagement with the media on Wednesday, November 29. Responding to the criticism, the General Secretary of the Judicial Service Staff Association of Ghana, JUSAG, Abdullah Yakubu, is of the view that the Office of the Special Prosecutor should exhaust all judicial avenues under the law rather than criticizing the court's decision.
What we saw is that in this case, the OSP raised a number of issues which may be genuine based on his evaluation of the issues. Then he decided to use the press briefing as an avenue to let Ghanaians know what is happening. But our belief is that the judiciary itself is not perfect. That is why there are mechanisms for reviewing the judiciary's decisions. If you have gone to court, especially at the High Court, and the court has given a decision that you think you disagree with that decision or you are dissatisfied with that decision, the avenue is not to come to the public and then paint the judiciary as if it is against the institution or the judiciary is against the fight against corruption. The avenue available is for you to go to a higher court, possibly the Court of Appeal, to set aside those decisions that you think they are wrong. In one instance, he indicated that the court acted beyond its jurisdiction. Once the court makes a decision, that decision becomes part of our laws. If you make complaint to the public and you allow that to stand, that supposed wrong decision will be a law.
JUSAG noted that the judiciary owes it a duty to ensure that no institution goes beyond its boundaries in the exercise of its statutory powers and functions.
Every institution or human being who has been given power by the Constitution, the law also provides the limits within which the powers has to be exercised. If you have Constitution and you don't have constitutionalism, that Constitution will not serve its purpose. And the essence of constitutionalism is to ensure that those who are given power exercise those powers within the limits of the law. If we don't have such situations, we will end up having the rights of people being violated in the name of exercising states or powers of state institutions.
Judicial Service Staff Association of Ghana noted that it is our collective duty as Ghanaians to support critical state institutions such as the OSP, as we equally owe it a duty to support the judiciary through constructive criticism and the use of appropriate fora to address concerns in a manner which will develop the course of justice delivery and not one that is detrimental.
Let's do some politics now. The 2020 running mate of the National Democratic Congress, NDC, Professor Jane Nana Opoku-Agyeman, is urging Ghanaians to vote for change in 2024. She says the governing New Patriotic Party, NPP, led by the President, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, and his Vice President, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, have mismanaged the country to the point where the general public is becoming impoverished.
Professor Jane Nana Opoku-Agyeman was speaking on the fringes of the 50th anniversary of the Faith Evangelical Mission Worldwide, where she represented former President Mahama.
I think the best way is to use that position of privilege, if I may intersperse that in power, to ensure that those who don't have privilege also have it. that those who don't have power also get it. And that when we have power, we use the power to ensure that those who don't have the power do have it.
According to the 2020 running mate of the NDC, a vote for the NPP in 2024 would be considered a sellout with no way to go back.
When you have the power to speak for yourself, you shouldn't forget that there are others who don't have power to speak for themselves, and therefore you use it to speak for them. So it's been given to you for a purpose, not for yourself only.
Still in politics, leader of the Movement for Change, Kyerematen, has promised to build a strong economy on 4 pillars he voted for in 2024. Addressing sympathizers and supporters during a walk in Kumasi, he noted industrialization is the way to go for Ghana to develop.
A large crowd followed Kyerematen as he markets his movement for change in some principal streets of Kumasi. It was also a day the ruling party NPP, a party which nurtured his political career, was conducting its parliamentary primaries in some orphan constituencies in the Ashanti region. Some supporters of the movement held placards with inscriptions telling the current state of the Ghanaian economy and why Alan is the right choice this time. Addressing the crowd, Alan underscored the importance of John Dramani Mahama's 24-hour economic policy, but said it has to be built on industrialization, infrastructure, information technology, and tourism.
John Mahama, Obeka said, on the 24-hour economy, and yes, sir. So, Kasa on Carboni. Obi Obeka say 24-hour economy no enya di papa no na so no on politics ase na mom dia se bisa John Mahama ni say
Ever criticizes John Dramani Mahama's 24-hour economy doesn't understand politics. What we need to ask him is, what are you going to do to make the 24-hour economy work? That is the kind of questions we need to ask John Dramani Mahama. But don't criticize it.
Now, away from politics, the 68-year-old watchman and a victim of the military brutality in Garu in the Upper East region urgently requires financial assistance for critical limbs and spine surgeries. Azuri Jacob is in dire need of 35,000 cedis